What's good? What's good, everybody, man? This is Detroit Lions Roundtable, the DSA Roundtable. We in the building, as always, for all of my Lions fans out there. Shout out to everybody in the chat as y'all come in here. Make sure you guys like the video. But I'm gonna introduce my the panel we got. Supposed to be having the Packers fan on with us. We gonna see where he at. But all right, we got Ryder Wrong in the building. What's good, Ryder?
What's going on, JMO? It's been a while since I've been on, so I'm excited to talk some Lions football today.
All right, what's good? What's good? Luke is indisposed at the moment, so we'll start the show until he gets back. But we got peace and quiet in the building. All right, guys, look. So I did want to say, man, I am happy that Daryl Bevell has changed a little bit of things with the Lions. Win or lose, man, you can just tell that the team is enjoying things once again. We got my man Troy Thibodeau in the building. We just gonna wait a second for some of you guys to get in here, but we gonna start the show off, man, because it's gonna be a pretty hard game for the Lions to win this weekend. That last week's game was an uphill battle, but this week game is gonna be an uphill battle too. And one of the reasons why is because we have an issue, and it's simple. And I'm gonna start with you, Ryder, of course. But what the hell is going on with Kenny Galladay? Is he really hurt? I mean, look, there is so much going on with Kenny G right now. We got him not playing. We have Daryl Bevell saying he doesn't know why Kenny G wasn't placed on IR with the previous coaching staff. You got the fact that Kenny G just bought a Lamborghini or something, and we know that the type of money that he's getting paid. He ain't buying a Lambo unless a contract is coming or they told him he getting franchise tag. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. We got fans pissed off. We got fans who don't care. We got fans that still want to sign him. But it's a lot of stuff going on with the Kenny Galladay situation right now. And we need this man if we actually wanted to compete this year. You know, he don't give a damn about this year, obviously. So, or at least that's how it seems. But Ryder, man, what's your thoughts about Kenny Galladay? What is going on with this man?
I mean, I do think he's actually hurt. You know, is he hurt enough to miss 4 or 5 games in a row? I'm not sure on that one. I'd like to think that, he's actually hurt and he's not giving up. But at the same time, we had a general manager that clearly wasn't going to pay him. And we had a head coach that, just wasn't winning football games. And, that's hard to play through sometimes. That's just, that's not fun for a player to be losing. It's not fun to not get paid and know that you're not going to get paid. So, I mean, I think part of it is injury. I do think he was actually hurt, but, I think Kenny Galladay probably could come back if, he really, really wanted to. I think that he could potentially make a return, but, I don't know. It's the NFL. He's trying to make his money. I'm not gonna hate on a player for trying to get paid, especially when he's, been a wide receiver in the NFL for a couple of years and a good one. And, he hasn't been making a lot of money. So, I can't fault a player for wanting to get paid for, what he's done on the field, but man, I got no idea what's up with Kenny G.
I'm glad you said that because it's a lot of things that I wanted to break down with this. But before we get to that, make sure you guys like the video on y'all way in here. Obviously we're gonna get the people in here. Be starting at 7 today. That's how we're gonna start doing it on Thursdays, maybe from now on, at least on my channel. But we got the great one Mike in the building. Chris Cashball in the building. What up, though? Marcus Willis in the building. What's good, man? Joey Kappas and my main man JGB in the building. What up, though? But it's a lot of layers to this because so there's something about this specific season that the NFLPA when they were doing the negotiations and stuff for this upcoming season where they wrote in that a player can't fake injury. It's a heavy penalty for it. So players have to be hurt or but my thing is also a hip injury is an injury that could affect any player, any position in the sport. I mean, the quarterback can't throw the football without his hip. So it's definitely important for Kenny Galladay, and that's not something that I wasn't going to take lightly. Just like with Swift concussion, I do think that's a serious type injury, but it's been a month now, and
Right,
look,
yeah.
it's go time. I'm just gonna say it. This is the game. Like we lose this game, the season is gonna be what it is, 7-9 or something. Like we win this, like that. This is the game that we need you to play in, bruh. Like the rest of the season really don't matter. Like we in week to week, do or die. Like we need you this week, and it's been like over a month, and he wasn't placed on IR. So like Daryl Bevell was saying, so I'm just like, man, you that hurt? Because
Right.
2 weeks ago, remember he was practicing and we kind of thought he was gonna play, but then he didn't play, and then he got 10 days off and then another day off. So I'm like, that's 17 days off, and you about to be off
Right.
for another. So it's low key, it's been more than 4 weeks, a little bit over. And I'm just like, it's so many layers to break this down. I don't think he's faking injury, of course, but I do want to know what's going on. I think, like I said, I've been injured before and hurt before. It like you can push yourself to play, or you can just be like, you know what, I'm not pushing myself. I'ma just,
Right.
go until like I'm so perfectly darling healthy that I can just float on the grass, float on turf.
Right.
And
Nah.
that might be what he's doing, but it's just like, man, you still not healthy? Like, come on, man.
Right. Nah, I get where you're coming from. I don't think he's faking an injury, but I don't know if he's exaggerating the extent of the injury, I guess.
Exactly. Because
So,
like the fact that he was like practicing, yeah,
and then not
Galladay. I mean,
practicing.
he missed 6 games his rookie year, but besides that, he's been healthy the last 2 years. So this is just like, man, this is just unfortunate for us because this game is important. We lose the game, it's basically done. Let's be honest about it. So that's why this game is so important. And I do think he would change a lot of things for us in this game, but I really don't know what's going on. And then the whole him buying a Lamborghini thing, I'm like, so did you do that because you're about to get paid, or did you do that because you wanted to? Or like, it's not like he, rolling in dough. He's a 3rd-round pick. You know what I'm saying? Lambos cost a lot.
Right.
Carry on contract was only like $2 million, and I know he got that little Pepsi endorsement, and Pepsi probably paid him well. But like, you spending your Pepsi money, I don't really know if he's doing that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. But I mean, he's gonna get paid
mm,
somewhere. Like that's not I mean, I don't think that's a dispute. I mean, whether he's gonna be here or
yeah.
somewhere else, Kenny Galladay is gonna get money. Like he'll get a contract to make up for that, I'm sure. Whether it be in Detroit or somewhere else. But I mean, I don't read too much into that Lambo thing just because he's gonna get his money. He's gonna get paid by somebody. So I mean, he'll just pay it back when he does get that contract.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Let's see.
Maybe.
What's good, Nick? What's good, Dr. Detroit? I just feel like it might be a little bit something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, it's just like, has he been on the sidelines and stuff? Like, 'cause I haven't really been paying attention.
I don't know.
I don't really like where. I just feel like he been missing. I know he been injured. Like sometimes you be injured but not missing. You know what I'm saying? Like Stafford was
Right?
injured but he
Yeah,
wasn't missing. You know, so it's
yeah,
just like this whole situation with Kenny Galladay. To me, after this game, we lose, it's really not gonna matter, and I could care less if you play. I'm be honest,
right.
because now like the season is completely over. It's completely done. We're gonna be out the playoffs 100%. All the little Lions fans, all your little hope, your dreams will be crushed, and it'd be over. Okay, so like
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, yo, if you gonna push yourself, it should be this game. But obviously, I'm never gonna tell a man what to do with his body when it comes to making money, especially in a
right.
professional sport like this. So he got to do his best for himself, and he can't worry about the regular season game. Even though me as a fan is like, yo, can we get
Yeah,
you on the field? But
right.
let's see. For Kenny G's skill set, hip flexors are quite bad. The dude's most likely getting passed by a long snapper on runs lately. Yeah, I was saying like no, hip injuries are very serious for any type of football player, really, just because you need your hip in that range of motion for a lot of things. So I was never underestimating the hip injury, like I said, just like with Swift.
Right. Yeah. I mean, hip injuries. Yeah, it's you just can't run if you have a hip injury, right? If your hip flexor's not working, it's kind of hard to play football, especially as a wide receiver. But I don't
He
know.
was at the game last week. That's good. What do I think the Lions' final record to be? I'm not predicting records this year because it ain't good. Like, come on, man. We got the boogeyman Green Bay on Sunday. Like, come on. like,
That'll be a big test for especially for Daryl Bevell. But
like that's
I
a
don't
huge
know.
test. But uh, I mean, look, if the offense play like it did last week, we'll have a chance. But
Yeah, no, I
speaking of that,
agree.
let's talk about that. This is a question. If the defense continues to be in a trend of being bad and giving up points, since we know the Packers will be scoring, what must the Lions do to win this game? Right or wrong?
I mean, So I think last week, obviously our defense wasn't great, right? We gave up 30 points or whatever to Mitch Trubisky, which, kind of hurts my soul to say a little bit. But I do think the defense showed some fight. I do think they made some good adjustments last week, especially in the second half. They only gave up 7 points in the second half, after giving up 23 in the first. So I actually think our defense did trend in the right direction last week, especially from, halftime adjustments and from that standpoint. But I mean, the Lions are going to have to put up at least 35 if they want to beat the Packers, maybe more. I don't even know what the score was last time. What they score, like 42 or something? Like we gotta put up at least 35, 40 some points. Like it's gonna be a shootout if the Lions have a chance to win. It has to be, especially if the defense is gonna have a poor first half like they did last weekend.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking about this is your situational football. That's what I'm thinking about because it's gonna be an uphill battle. I feel like just like the last game, our offense is gonna be scoring, but they only scoring to keep us from getting blown out by 20. Like
Right? Yeah.
like we scored
Yeah.
like we scored a lot on the Bears even when we were down. We were scoring, but we were really scoring to keep us from getting completely blown out because the Bears were just scoring at will and they were doing it early. So,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I feel like this is the type of game where the Lions are going to have to be doing that. They're going to have to score just to keep from getting blown out. Like you might see a 21-10 first half or 21-14 for it might have to be like that, but eventually you gotta make sure first of all limiting the turnovers. We can't turn the ball over at all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you want to be Green Bay, no turnovers from anybody on the team. Period. Like
Yep.
you're not gonna beat them doing that. Yes, we're at home in this game. Also, but my thing is situational football. Like those big fourth down stops, those big third downs. I mean, I've seen Rodgers kill us on third down probably his entire career. So,
Right. Yeah.
but those are the plays that are gonna matter though. Like those big third
Yeah. No,
downs.
for
If
sure.
it's a fourth and goal type situation, if it's a fourth down type situation, if it's a 55-yard field goal, Matt Prater, the Lions, they have to be on point on every freaking cylinder because the Packers going to be scoring points. And yeah, we'll score too. But if we find ways to be better in situational football, then we'll be great. Like the situational football of what happened in the fourth quarter of the Bears game is why we won the game. We got the sack, then we got the strip, then we scored, then we stopped them on the 4th and 1. So, but to me, in this game, you're not gonna we can't wait till the fourth quarter to try to ramp up that.
No,
Like
for sure.
it's like second and third quarter, we gonna because we know the Packers are gonna score all day. Like they can score. I can see them scoring 21 in the first. I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just saying they can score. They gonna score on us, bro. But I do think we can score on them. But it's just about you can't let this game get out of hand. And by out of hand, I mean we can't be down 14 and the Packers got the ball.
Right, because we're not stopping the Packers twice.
Right, like we could be down 14 and maybe we got the ball and let's go score. But if we down 14 and they got the ball, like mail it in. And so when it comes to the situational football early in this game, you have to set a tone. You have to set a tone.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Let's see. It'd be nice to see the energy at home for the first time without Patricia. I mean, we've been terrible at home, so maybe we'll win a game at home finally.
I mean, we've been terrible anyways, so.
I mean, but we've been especially bad at home. We've been better on the road.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't know. Hopefully there's a lot of energy at Ford Field. Obviously, there's not going to be any fans, but I hope the players can bring some energy back to that building because it just – I want to see a win at Ford Field. Well, we got like one this year. It's not good.
Yeah, and I'm telling you now, if fans were here, this would be a big game. And I'd be like, oh, Aaron Rodgers about to crack under that Ford Field pressure like he usually do. And he do. He did not play well in Ford Field besides that one little lucky play he had that we ain't gonna talk about.
That shouldn't have counted. Shouldn't have happened.
Exactly. So yeah, if we were at home, I would have been like, oh yeah. I would have been a little bit more optimistic, to be honest with you. But
right,
home field, it's like I'd rather us play on the road because we just better on the road. Because it's like it's all the pressure on the home TV, and even more when you don't have fans. I mean, well, you have fans, but when you don't have a lot of fans, you got 50 fans in there, 500 fans in there. Like, come on, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
The fans were here. Patricia would have been fired earlier. Oh no, he probably would have been fired earlier if he fans were here.
Probably.
Okay, look, I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments, and then we're gonna get to the next topic. Make sure you guys like the video, share the video if you haven't already. Shout out to all my people in the chat. We got Brian Farrell in the building with us. What's good, man? I think we should keep Stafford and draft Wilson from BYU if he's available. Otherwise, draft Dylan Moses, linebacker, Alabama. I want to draft Dylan Moses regardless.
Yeah, or if Micah Parsons is there, but I don't think he will be.
Dylan Moses, Michael Parsons obviously is the first. But,
right,
I want a stud linebacker, like a stud in the front seven. Our linebacker unit is really, really hurting right now for the next year. Like, if we don't like, I know our fans are so hard on Jared Davis, but if we don't re-sign Jared Davis, we're really going to be hurting that linebacker. Like, I hope y'all understand that. As much as y'all hate him, if Jared Davis is gone, we don't have any linebackers but rookies that we're going to draft. And that's not a situation. Of course, you can bring in some linebacker. But what linebacker is going to come in here that's actually going to do something and not be Jamie Collins? So that's why we definitely need to address that front seven, especially the linebacker position. I've been screaming about the linebacker position for 2 years. Going on the third.
And I don't think we really need Wilson because he's going to be gone in the first round. So to me, I don't think we should draft a quarterback in the first round regardless. I don't think that's necessary, but some people don't like Matt Stafford in here, so that is what it is.
Yeah, no, I don't want to draft a quarterback in the first round. Unless if we a top 5, top 3 pick, then of course. But
if Justin Fields is there, so
if we're not bad, I'm not drafting the QB. No, if it's not Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, I'm not taking him. I like all them other QBs. I'm like, well, one of them other QBs will fall in the second round. I'll take you then. You'll fall in the third round.
Trask will probably fall in the second round.
I'll take you then, like second or third round.
But I don't think first round is. Yeah, I agree.
No, I'm not doing that. The defense is the worst unit on the team. The quarterback
isn't.
So we gonna do a Jordan Love situation. Come on, man.
Quarterback isn't the problem though. Like that's the thing.
No, it's definitely not. You saw last week. Matt Patricia was the problem. He was holding back the offense, man.
For sure. Well, you don't even need a great quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Like Rex Grossman won a Super Bowl. Like, you don't need a great quarterback. You just need one that's efficient, and Stafford can do that. Like,
no, man, Stafford looked like the beginning of last season Stafford.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
In that last game, I'm like, oh, man, he's like, finally, the chains have been released. Now I'm about to throw this boy all over the field on the number 4 ranked overall defense. All I hear, Stafford can't read defenses, and he don't do this against good defenses. He chopped them up like mincemeat. Come on, without Galladay and oh man,
and without DeAndre Swift,
my mic is messing up. Hold up.
You're good.
But... No, it was going in and out. No, I'm about to say without Swift, but my thing is without Swift, no Kenny Galladay, and like the Bears were healthy. This was legit. Like,
the Bears were super healthy. I don't think they had a single starter missing the game.
This is my thing. Like, we've seen Stafford have plenty of great games against the Bears. Remember, before Patricia, when he was 10-6 against the Bears, so he owns the Bears. But that has to be like a top 2 game against the Bears that he's ever had.
Probably, yeah.
Right, that man was
without his right tackle and right guard.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Matt Nelson that shut down. I mean, not shut down because he still had impact, but like Matt Nelson, like low key, kind of shut down Khalil Mack for a game.
No, he definitely shut down. And you got to remember, he's still doing this. People act like he's not injured still. Stafford, he's doing this on an injured thumb.
Oh yeah, he has a torn ligament in his thumb.
Like, come on, man.
Still throwing beautiful deep balls.
That's crazy. But all right, we gonna move on to the next topic. He says QB is a problem. Okay, let's see this week. Now, if Stafford throws 2 interceptions, then he will be the problem this week. Unless they're like tipped intercept. Like, I never blame quarterbacks for tipped interceptions.
That's what I always say. And then people always tell me that Stafford keeps throwing interceptions to linemen, but like they're getting tipped, or like the one last week was just a good read on a screen pass. Like, how is that Stafford's fault?
I would blame him for the more last week way more than the one JJ Watt did. I've literally never seen nobody do that before.
Right.
I was
But even
like,
last week,
yo,
like, it was
what
a screen
happened?
pass. Like, when your coach
I was
calls a
like,
screen pass,
yo,
you gotta
how
throw
did
it.
you do that? So
Yeah,
no, yeah,
JJ Watt.
it was a screen pass, and they just read it. It's called
Yeah,
being predictable. When you can't run the
exactly.
football, what do you get? You get predictable. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, if he throw 2 picks and it's just 2 terrible decisions, and it ain't no tip passes, then yeah. But other than that,
Exactly.
there's no way Stafford gonna be the problem this week. unless
Mhm.
our defense hold the Packers to 20 points or something. Like our defense about to get Stafford will be the only reason we gonna win this week. We being honest, him and DeAndre
Yeah,
Swift.
yeah,
Like we need Swift and Stafford to help us because our defense they gone, man. Like they don't
right.
exist. Like they giving up 30. I'm trying to be positive, but
I think that's about as positive as we can get. Give up 30 and not call it a dub. Call it a
right.
W. Right.
QB is the problem. Cam Newton threw for 60 yards last week, and they won 45-0. So QB does
Exactly.
not make a team. Ooh, put Stafford on the Patriots with Bill Belly.
For real.
Ooh,
Yeah,
hey,
we'll put
could
Stafford on the
you
Bears, and
imagine?
that Bears offense
Could
or
you
that Bears team is
imagine?
good.
I could never imagine, even in fantasy world or something that doesn't exist. Stafford throw for 60 yards and we win the game 45-0.
I couldn't imagine a game where the Lions shut out somebody, but
I mean, no, we shut out the
when
Packers.
when did we
I
shut out
ain't.
the Packers?
We shut them out in 2018.
Oh yeah, we did do that. Oh
I was
yeah.
about to say, man, you better remember
Nah,
that. You
yeah,
better carry that, dog.
yeah,
We shoot. They ain't gonna. I ain't gonna let them lay that down.
yeah.
But we
No,
shut them out in
right.
Lambeau.
Yep, I do remember
Like
that now.
we got shut out, but it wasn't at home. You
With like
know.
mostly backups. Wasn't it like mostly backups? Like we had our like
No,
mostly
Aaron
backup wide
Rodgers
receivers
started the
out there,
game. He
and then he
started
got
the
hurt.
game, and we injured him. So I'm not giving him no pass because we made you lead the game.
Right. And
So
then like TJ Jones had 2 touchdowns in that game or something. That was
yeah, like
crazy.
Prater was throwing touchdowns. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I could never imagine
Yeah.
any Lions quarterback throwing for 60 yards and winning
No.
a football game, let alone scoring 45-0 and winning a football game. That is
Right.
ridiculous, bro.
Really.
Come on, man. Bro, Luke G is out here handling personal issues. You know, we all got a day job, man. So he's handling some business right now, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So he'll be back to join with us, man. Y'all know, man. It's all good, man. Shout out to Speak Easy, man. What's good? A rookie
Yeah.
QB not the answer until we
No,
can
it's
prove that
not.
we can win a game without Stafford. He's not the problem. Wow, that's spoken
Right.
like a true G. Yeah,
That's yeah.
if we was winning games with David Blau,
Then
I'll
you could
probably
have
be
an
on
argument.
Stafford. Right, but we can't win a game without them. You right about that. Yeah, when we can win without them, then you'll know. You know,
Right,
the
yeah.
Saints winning without Drew Brees, and everybody know the Saints is a team. They a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest passers to ever live. We know that. But the Saints is a team. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
All right. And when Luke does get back, we'll hit him back on all of these questions. But let's move on to the next thing. Make sure you guys like the video on your way in here, man. Daryl Bevell said Swift is 100% good, and he had one of his best practices. Should he play? Because I know some Lions fans still don't want him to play. And do the Lions need him to win Sunday, right?
I mean, I hope he plays, and I think he should play. You know, especially if he's healthy, if if the coaches feel and he feels like he's good enough to play, I think that he should play. But if the game gets out of hand really quickly, I would expect them to pull him. Like if it gets like 3 scores by the second half, I would expect them to pull DeAndre Swift just because, he's a young player. He's got a bright future. He's got, obviously a lot of talent. We've all seen it. And, I think that if the game gets out of hand, and they just don't want to risk it, I think we could definitely see DeAndre Swift getting pulled early. But I do think he should play because, like you said earlier, if the Lions got to win one game, it's got to be this week because at this point, as slim as it might seem, the Lions do have a chance to make the playoffs. And I mean, if they lose this week, they're pretty much done for the rest of the season.
No,
So
if
I
they
mean,
lose this week, it's a wrap.
right. So I mean, you gotta put all your chips on the table. You gotta give everything you got, and you gotta play everybody that you can because you gotta win this week or the season's officially over. Like I know right now it's like 2% we make the playoffs or something, but hey, we had a less than 1% chance to win the game last weekend. So I mean, percentages don't mean much in the NFL. So I mean, I think you gotta play him. I think you gotta start him if he's looking good, but again, if it gets out of hand, I could definitely see them pulling somebody real quick. I could definitely see them pulling Swift out of the game.
Somebody asked me how many rushing yards did Cam have. He had 48 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So
imagine
still not a lot. Right. So basically he had 69. So he had what 100, close to 117 total yards and 2 touchdowns and 145 to 0.
Right, yeah.
Stafford throw for 117 and 2 tubs. We win 45 to 0.
Pretty sure if Stafford had that kind of a game, we'd lose 45 to 0. Like we'd lose 45-14 with that kind of game.
Exactly. Okay, so about DeAndre Swift. No, I'm actually very, very excited. And I never wanted him to sit out, but what I did want us to do is not rush him. Right. Because the moment he had the concussion, I was like, whoa, that's not something to play with. Like I said, I done a lot of more personal research with myself on that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, that's not something I'm playing with. I'm not rushing him back. I'm not gonna be worried about when he's gonna get back. I'll just pray that he gets healthy and gets back. I've never been on him on us to rush him in the game because I take the concussion very serious. But now that he's over that, and it was just an illness that kept him out the game last week, and I think that it's good that the illness kept him out the game. Blessing in disguise, because just for him to get even healthier,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this week, I'm glad to hear that he's back because our offense completely changes when Swift is out there. Like teams get scared. Everything about the Detroit Lions changes in a positive direction. When this man gets on the field, our team just gets that juice. That same juice that Kenny Golladay or Calvin Johnson would give us. Swift gives us out of the backfield, and he's invaluable. Like he, obviously besides a guy like Ragnar, like he got to be the most valuable player on this team, and on that offense. Of course, I'm not including Stafford, and of course we love Golladay and Hockenson, but Swift is going to be the guy that's going to lead us anywhere if they go anywhere because we have to have a running back, the thing that we haven't had for 12 years.
Yeah, really.
So we have to have a running back if this team ever wants to win anything in December. It's December football. You win these games running the football and playing defense. So our defense is garbage.
So better be running the football pretty darn well.
So all we have is Swift. And if you don't run the football well, do what we did last game. I'm perfectly fine with us having a trash run game if in the red zone we're going to run the ball down their throat and convert. I'm cool with that because at least you're keeping them honest even if you aren't being successful. And I think it's going to be a very huge boost for us in this game. It won't guaranteeing us like winning it or anything, but I think it'll allow us to keep the game close because you got to slow the Packers down. I'm pretty sure they'll score as soon as they get the ball on one of the first two possessions. So if they doing that, we want to get the ball. We want to get them a long, nasty Swift drive. My thing is you need to shorten the game with this specific game so you get down to that fourth quarter situational football where I'm gonna need the Lions to show up. Like I was saying earlier, my main thing is you gotta shorten the game with Swift because that's the only good. Like if this is a long passing game, the Packers are gonna score like 50. Like you shorten the game, you shorten the possessions. That way, that way when it gets to the fourth quarter, we see what happens, man.
No, for sure. Oh, God, I can't believe the Giants are gonna make the playoffs with like a 4-7 record. That's so wild. Why couldn't we be lucky enough to be?
I wish we was 5-7. No, I wish we was in that division.
That'd be so.
Imagine Stafford being healthy behind a healthy Dallas O-line. Hey, we can imagine Stafford on so many much better franchises. Let's be honest.
If Stafford's with pretty much any other franchise, he has a Super Bowl.
The funniest thing to me is Lions fans think, like, the Stafford haters, they think that if he goes to another team, he's just not going to win anything. It's going to continue to be. I'm like, y'all, so.
If Stafford goes to another team with, like, competent coaching, he's going to do great.
Come on.
He'll get a playoff win his first season.
Yeah, he would easily. Let him go to, a team like the Dallas Cowboys or the 49ers.
Or Pittsburgh. You put him on Pittsburgh. I was going to say Pittsburgh. They might actually go undefeated.
Like, come on, like, man, come on. Let's not do that. But
even the Redskins, I think they'd be better with Stafford because we see what they do with Alex Smith. Like, I mean, I
No,
think even
just like you said, Chicago,
oh
most
yeah,
definitely, man. It's definitely some team. Tampa Bay, man. Like they got old Brady over there. Put Stafford with Mike
right.
Evans and Chris Godwin
Oh
and
my goodness.
Antonio Brown and
With that
Ronald Jones
system
and
and
Leonard
that
Fournette.
right, with that system about just throwing the ball down the field and pushing it, like Stafford would put up numbers in Tampa Bay. Or the Rams. The Rams he'd be good on too.
Yeah, and I was hearing some people want him traded to like the Rams or like the Colts or some other stuff. We getting off topic, but let's just know if Stafford goes to any one of those like 8 teams we mentioned, I'm talking about like the Colts, the 49ers, like the Steelers,
the Rams, the
y'all
Bears.
haters gonna be pissed when he win in the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna be like, this is
I'll
what
be
y'all
happy
wanted.
for him.
I'll be like, this is what y'all wanted. Yeah, just like you said, Stafford on the Colts, man. Come on, man. But all right, let's move on to the next topic, man. Something that I wanted to talk about because I've noticed, and it's just been pissing me off all season. Is something wrong with Matt Prater, or is it just a down season for him?
I mean, I don't know, man. Matt Prater's starting to frustrate me a little bit. I mean, he's just missing kicks that like they're not always the easiest kicks, right? I mean, you have like a couple 50-yarders that he missed, which aren't gimmies. But then there's like the extra point last week that he missed, which was, it was pushed back, but still very makeable. Like, I don't know. I mean, if this is one down season, then this is a really, really down season because his efficiency is just plummeted. So, I mean, I don't know if it is a down season or if it's like, starting the decline of his career, but it's frustrating to say the least. But he has clutched up in the season, so I can't be too upset with him, but yeah.
No, I mean, we haven't had that many clutch kicks this season, but he hasn't missed a clutch kick.
Right, yeah, I know for sure. He's not missed a clutch kick yet, so I'll be all right
literally, I think we've won, 2 games because of Prater clutch kicks this year?
The Atlanta game, the Arizona game, and then the Washington game. So that's 3 games that, Matt Prater pretty much single-handedly won. So
yeah, so like, yeah, we're being hard on this guy, just like people are being hard on Stafford because the standard is set so high.
We're being critical, but when
you set the bar so high,
yeah,
you're talking about a Hall of Fame level kicker,
right?
And, yeah. So he's won us 3 games, but to me, I just think it's just a down season. I don't think like he's fallen off completely or anything like that because you got to remember it's really hard to find kickers. And this kicker is like 37, 38. Like I remember a couple seasons where a guy like I don't even know if Vinatieri's still in the league, but I remember a couple seasons where Vinatieri was like 35 years old and he was having terrible seasons. I don't really know the age, but I'm talking about like in his 30s and he's just horrible. And then then a couple seasons later, he's just like money. And helping the team win the Super. So that's what I'm saying. Kickers, sometimes they have down years. And you can't take that unless it's like if he has a year like this next year, then that's a decline. But he's literally won us 3 games this year because of him kicking that football. So I'm not gonna take that away from him a little bit. But Prater, we could have won a lot more games this year I remember that Green Bay game when they had all that momentum and then we just missed that field goal early in the game. And then after that, I think the pick 6 happened. It's just like it's so much momentum stuff. And
he's can I say something? Sorry. He's only missed 7 kicks this season. 4 of them were from 50 plus, and the other 3 were 40 to 49 yards. So, I mean, all the kicks that he has missed have been really long field goals.
Oh, yeah, but he missed the extra point though.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, as far as field goals, that's the only extra point he's missed. And then the only field goals he's missed are 50 plus or like long 40s. So
I don't think he's necessarily having a down year, but we need better from him. Like we need to be able to at least to rely on the special teams to help us out in such a trying season like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because definitely.
It's been a lot of kicks that of those 7 kicks, we needed like a good 4 of them for sure to help us win more games.
Yeah.
Didn't we like miss a kick versus Carolina and we got shut out? Like
we did, but man. I mean 3 to 20, 0 to 20, it's not that big.
No, but at that point in the Carolina game, that was a momentum kick, and we had momentum. True.
Yeah,
So
that's
and
true.
the game could have turned out completely different though. And I just feel like he's missing some of these momentum kicks that we need him to hit. He'll hit the clutch stuff because him and Stafford ice in their veins. Like they
Yeah,
veins
they
is
don't get
literally filled with
nervous.
ice, bro. Like you don't want the game to be on the line with those two guys.
Definitely
So
not.
we get that. But all right, I'm gonna go to some of the questions in the chat before we move on. We need a kicker, not a gimmick that most high schoolers can surpass. I guess they were talking about drafting that woman or something. The
Oh,
Lions don't need.
Sarah
Yeah,
Fuller.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The Lions don't need to draft a QB in the first. There's a couple guys that look decent. They can get in the second or later. Desmond Ritter, Derek King. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not on the first round
Mm,
quarterback wagon. Like second round, third
no.
round, cool. But
Yeah. I
first
mean,
round,
Desmond
I'm not
Ritter's
on
really
that one.
good. Desmond Ritter's good out of, I think, Cincinnati. Like, Kyle Trask will probably be there in the second round. Mac Jones might be there in the second round. Like, there'll be guys. Now, the first round is not necessary, but whatever.
Yeah, he says here draft a QB in the later rounds and let Stafford play out his contract while he develops. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I want.
Yeah, that's
But
exactly what I was saying.
but it depends on how Stafford is playing. Like if these next 2 years we have good seasons, then you're gonna extend him and
Right.
still have the QB under him. But unless that quarterback looks good enough to be at Stafford level, then you obviously let him replace him. But
Right.
we'll see what happens with that. But okay, guys, we're gonna move on to the next question, man. All right. Do you like how Daryl Bevell has just changed the atmosphere of the team and the culture? It seems like in a week it made it more loose and fun. And do you think that actually matters when it comes to us like winning games on the field?
Personally, I like the change. I like coaches that connect with a locker room, and I am more of a fan of players coaches. Personally, that's just my opinion. I think it resonates with the players better, but yeah, I definitely think that his change in philosophy has really helped this team. I mean, this team was kind of in a dictatorship under Matt Patricia. It just seemed like they weren't having fun. I'm not gonna say they gave up on games, but it seemed like at times they just felt defeated. They just seemed defeated. And even last week under in Daryl Bevell's first game, I didn't see that. I didn't see the Lions look defeated. It looked like they had more energy last week than I ever saw under Matt Patricia. Like, everybody's making fun of him. Oh, they're just gonna go out and have fun or whatever. But it got results. The players had energy. The players came back with what they were down by 10 with 6 minutes left with their defense on the field, and they still won the football game. Like, I mean, you can't argue with the result. Daryl Bevell's team didn't give up, and they fought, and they scratched, and they clawed, and they were able to find a comeback in that. So, I do think the energy and I do think the mentality change is helping us win football games, and I do think it was the reason we won last week's game.
Man, I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, shout out to my boy Ryder with the bars. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel, man. How many subs you at? We about to get you to 1,000 soon.
I'm at 527 right now.
Man, we gonna get you to 600 tonight, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to my man Ryder channel. Shout out to fellow DSA member Pistons Talk on 1,000 subs. Shout out to my man Jim Bordeaux Lions on the prowl on 1,000 subs, man. DSA is grown. We getting successful out here, and it's fun and it's great. Yeah.
Me and Jim we were at 500 at the same time. And all of a sudden, his channel just is exploding, which is really cool to see.
Man, he dropping the show every day for the people, man. We proceed to give you what you need, and that's what Jim is doing, man. That man is out there working hard. We're working overnight, working 16-hour days. Put out the work for the people as people do their normal lives. But it's very cool, and we love all the support, man, because we do work hard on all of the videos and just trying to give y'all good content because we know it's a lot of bad content out there, man. So that's why we here and that's why we exist. Now, JGB says, I want to know what you think about this. Could Predator missing kicks be a testament to them having a new placeholder in Jack Fox? I know the season is almost over, but those little differences can be a big deal. What do you think about that?
I mean, I didn't think about that, but that could be part of it. I personally, I haven't seen anything like, Jack Fox is making Matt Prater kick the laces or anything like that might affect it. But, That could be, kickers and the placeholders and long snappers, they got to develop the chemistry, same as a quarterback and a wide receiver. So, I definitely think with a new placeholder, I think that could be part of it. I didn't think about that, but that could be a, really solid point.
Yeah, it was something that I didn't think about. It was very interesting because I saw last game specifically, Prater was doing the kickoffs. But earlier in the season,
it was
Jack Fox was doing. Yeah, and I kind of wondering, I'm like, why is Prater doing why is he doing the kickoffs now? And I'm like, that's a little bit unusual, and I'm gonna be honest, they wasn't as good as the kickoffs.
You're right. Yeah, no, I think Jack Fox should go back to that, but
excuse me, man. Sinuses is going crazy because the season is changing. But yeah, man. Prater, didn't Cordero Patterson run one of those back really far?
Yeah, he had a 45-yard return or something.
Yeah, see, no, we can't be doing that, man. No, old timer Dave, man. Luke is he's out handling some business with the job right now, man. So we're gonna let him do that. Hopefully he can join the show before it's over, but it's all good. You know how we do, man. We gonna keep rocking regardless for the people, man. Should Jared Davis start again, and please explain why? Jared Davis 100% should start, and explaining why. Ain't no linebackers on the team better than
he's our most talented linebacker.
Right. Seriously, ain't no linebackers on the team better than Jared Davis. I don't care what y'all think about this man. You'll see it when he goes to a new team, but we don't re-sign him, how good of a football player he really is. And then
he's just a playmaker. I mean,
it's just speed. It's just speed, athletic. Right, yes, technique is off. Yes, sometimes he gets lost in coverage. Yes, his mind not be as smart as you want for certain things and reading things sometimes. But it's just speed, it's action, it's stopping a run, it's being a thumper. I'm telling you, whenever Jared Davis come out there, that run gets stopped, somebody get hit hard, it's a blitz. Our team is so slow and so unathletic. When Jared Davis gets on the field, you can tell immediately. I know, he ain't had a lot of snaps, but I know every single snap that he had because everyone stood out just because of the lack of athleticism and speed on our defense. And we need him there. You don't need no Christian Jones out there.
Right.
You don't need Jamie Collins looking terrible out there. So, Reggie Ragland has been solid. Jelani Tavai finally had a good game playing in his regular position. But Jared Davis should definitely be out there. That's just my opinion on that. Because he needs to be on the field. We don't have any explosiveness, no athletes on the field. That's why Jeff Okudah being gone, you're starting to notice that our tackling, even though our tackling is struggled, but I noticed our tackling got a little bit worse without Okudah out there because he's an athlete at the end of the day. Say whatever you want about him getting burnt or whatever. He's an athlete out on the field, and he's going to be making plays, even on a bad defense. And that's what we need. And you noticed him not being there. You noticed it.
Right. I mean, Jared Davis has only played in 26% of snaps, and he still leads the team in forced fumbles and fumble recoveries.
Are you serious?
Oh, no, he only forced fumbles, not fumble recoveries. But, he leads the team in forced fumbles. He has 2.
No, he's being underutilized. Look, I'm going to tell y'all something this week. If we want to even having a hope of even thinking about beating the NFL's golden boy, Jerry Davis better be on that damn field. He better be on that field spying Aaron Rodgers and rushing Aaron Rodgers. Because, Jared Davis, his career, he is worked Aaron Rodgers. I'm just going to say it.
Isn't he the one that injured Aaron Rodgers a couple years ago?
You're talking about no, that was Deshaun Hand, but no, he did. Aaron Rodgers, he has hurt Aaron Rodgers significantly before, but no, Jared Davis. You say Jared Davis can't cover a 2-year-old. Who in our secondary linebacking core can cover a 2-year-old? Tell me who can cover a 2-year-old, and then we can talk about it.
Right.
Can't none of them cover.
Yeah, nobody's covering in that linebacking core.
If can't none of y'all cover, I'm gonna take the one guy that's the best athlete that's actually doing something correct, stopping the run and causing pressure.
Well, the thing is, right, if nobody in our linebacking core can cover, why not put the one guy on the field that can actually make up for not being able to cover?
Exactly.
Right, nobody can cover, but Jared Davis is the only one that can actually get back and make up for that lack of coverage. So.
Exactly. JD covers better than people give him credit for it. No, he absolutely does.
Yeah, I think he does.
I really hope that he goes to a different team, low key, because y'all gonna be like, where was this guy? I'm gonna be like, dog, the Lions are the Lions. But we got Speak Easy joining us, man. What's good, bro?
What up, though, fellas? Sorry for the late arrival. I had a little baby I put down. My man's a little restless. You know what I'm saying? So,
It's
but
all good.
Hey, man, we all know what it is, man. But let's get your thoughts on this question. But Daryl Bevell, we gonna rapid fire some of the other questions to you and maybe Luke later on. But
okay.
yeah, do you like how Daryl Bevell has changed the team to make it well before that? What's your thoughts about what we were just talking about, Jerry Davis?
I'm not that high on Jared Davis. I definitely don't think he's a bad linebacker. I don't think he's like an elite linebacker or one that like we're gonna excessively miss in his absence. You know, obviously it's not looking like we're gonna re-sign him. But I mean, I'm not hating on him. I'm saying he's definitely like suitable for a job. He's a starting linebacker in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's too much more than that. You know?
Okay. Now, how do you like how Daryl Bell has changed the culture and the team and the fun and the looseness? And mainly, do you think it affects us winning these football games?
I think a little bit. When you're having more fun, you're more positive. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're having a good time, if like, and for instance, like we were down in that Bears game and we obviously made a comeback. I think being positive and just loose, will allow that. I think also being loose will allow you to take, as far as like a coaching standpoint, especially from like an offensive coordinator, will allow you to take more chances on like crazier plays and like just get a little loose, man. I mean, at this point in the season, yeah, it's kind of crazy to say that we are like a game out of the playoffs, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, if these teams start losing, like, it could happen. And I know it's kind of been like the verdict all season, but it never felt like an actual thing that would happen until like now. Like, if you look at these standings, it's like, oh shit. Like, if Arizona continues to lose, and
all
like,
we got to do is go week by week. We don't have to overrate. We don't have to exaggerate. We don't have to sip no Kool-Aid. This week, we in the playoffs. Now we lose this week, we not gonna be. And everything changes. But right now, we're right there. And all I'm saying is I don't know if we'll win the game, but if we do, okay. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say.
it's
And
insane, bro. It's crazy to like even look at the standings and see that. I'm like, it's mind blowing.
I just want a competitive team. I definitely wish our record was better so we could actually compete more in December and not just be one game away from being put out. But I do like, the competitive December football. Like, people want the games do matter. Of course, like I just said, I wish they mattered more. But thank you, Matt Patricia, for that.
Yeah.
But this game matters, just like the game last week. So I mean, once they lose, okay, cool. We'll see what we see. But I definitely think Daryl Bevell has had a positive impact. I don't think win or lose, I don't think the Lions is gonna get blown out, and I think they will try hard to win the game next week. I mean, this week we'll see what happens, but it's not just. It's like the fact that Patricia's gone and you just replacing with somebody that you're used to that's cool. It allows you to function the same way because not much just changed. But if somebody I don't like is gone, and then that OC that was always cool. I'm a defensive guy. I ain't really rocking with you, but the OC always been cool. Oh, now he the coach instead of that F dude over there. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's easier
by
for
the Bears and the defense playing trash. Daryl Bell coming there like, nah, man, look, be loose. It's cool, man. The game not over. Go out there and play, y'all. That's what you need.
I think it's easy for like him to be the cool coach too, because like it's almost like if you have
That's
a
his
strict
personality,
parent.
though.
Yeah, and it's almost like when you have a strict parent, another parent is always gonna be like the cooler parent. You know what I'm saying? Like with Matt Patricia being the strict guy, it allowed Bevell to look like you know what I'm saying, the nicer parent. I'm not gonna say parents; he's a grown ass man, but just that type of thing.
My thing though, you are 100% right. My thing is genuine though. It's not like Bevell wasn't being himself, and that's probably why the players bought in. Because like it wasn't like Daryl Bevell ain't been on the team for 2 years. He's been on the team. That's probably why they bought in. Because like we know what Bevell was saying. We know that he's being genuine about it, and he's treating us like men. To me, Patricia didn't treat them like men. He tried to treat them like robots. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Facts.
We're gonna get you to one more question. What do you? And then we're gonna do the rest of the questions, man. Shout out to the people in the chat. Make sure you guys like the video if you haven't already. But all right. Swift is looking good, and he's had one of his best practices. Should he play, and do we need him to beat the Packers on Sunday?
Say it one more time. I was coughing. I apologize.
Let's see. Daryl Bevell says Swift has been he's been good and he looks very good and had one of his best practices of the season. Should he play and do we need him to win on Sunday?
Absolutely, we need him to win on Sunday. He puts a whole nother like wrench in the game plan for the defense because he's so versatile as far as like catching the ball out of backfield. And we need him to win. Our offense did outscore the Bears last week. The Bears are known as a tough defense, not really much of an offense. But if we have any chance to beat the Packers, we're going to have to put up some points. And DeAndre Swift, as we've known, or as we saw through this season, he could put up some points. So, yeah, I think we need him for sure this week.
Okay. Steve-O says the Lions need to beat the Packers to make me think the Lions have any chance to make the playoffs. I mean,
1,000%.
Duh, because if they don't beat the Packers, we're out of the playoffs. They don't win the Packers, we're done. Like, it's a wrap. Last Sunday was the first game that the play calling didn't piss me off all season. That tells me Patricia was hurting the offense more than I thought. Hell yeah. I mean, we were criticizing Daryl Bevell heavy for his trash play calling, and he still deserves blame because that was his trash play calling. But you know, I know this sounds kind of funny, but when you call in that trash play calling, when you're a good play caller, sometimes you can call a high risk, high reward type of game to get you back into the flow of a rhythm of your play calling. You see what I'm saying? But when you with Patricia, if you throwing that trash out there, he just gonna be like, "Oh no, you throwing that trash out there, now run my game plan," and it's just gonna continue to spiral into just a bad offense. So I feel like, you know, the play caller wasn't perfect. It was ups and downs through it, but Daryl Bevell was able to adapt to himself and just keep being aggressive. I don't know, like you have Matthew Stafford and all of these weapons, and you don't want to be aggressive with one of the best. Like I said, Stafford, a top 3 deep ball thrower in the league, and he not 3. When you can throw the deep ball like this man can, like you had to be aggressive. And I think as long as we stay aggressive, all of these teams the next 4 weeks they're not gonna want to face us, win or lose, because we're gonna be putting up points. You're not gonna beat the Packers if you ain't putting up points. Ryder, man, how do you think that Patricia being gone affected the offense?
I mean, I just felt like the offense was more aggressive. I felt like Daryl Bevell was just willing to take more risk. You know, obviously the deep bomb to Cephas, several deep bombs, the good play action, the up tempo. Like, I think that this offense just is playing faster. I think they're playing more aggressive without Matt Patricia. And, like you said, Matt Stafford's one of the better deep ball throwers in the NFL. I think he's a top 5 arm talent in the NFL out of everybody. I think that he can throw the ball anywhere on the field, anywhere it needs to go. He can get it there. And if you have that kind of arm talent with that kind of accuracy down the field, you got to be aggressive. You got to throw the ball down the field, whether Kenny Galladay's out there or not. We saw Quintez Cephas make a good catch downfield. We know Marvin Jones can make good catches downfield. Like, air the ball out, be aggressive, play fast, and that's what they did last week, and it worked against the number 4 defense in the NFL.
You know what I think brought some life to this offense too is Mohamed Sanu.
Yeah,
that was wild to me, bro. He actually has, I feel like, brought some life to this offense. Like, and you see it, bro. Like, he seemed like more energetic too than these guys. Like when he made plays and caught the ball, maybe because of his absence from football. But I'm glad that was a good pickup for us this season. I think for sure.
No, that was a great mid-season pickup. And the one thing I like about Sanu is he's a veteran. I mean, I know if y'all saw sights and sounds when he was sitting there and he was talking to Stafford and he was like, "Oh no, that was easy for me to do because I knew exactly where you was gonna put it." He played with Matt Ryan, who's a very, very, very good quarterback. So, we like some receivers aren't used to playing with good quarterbacks, but when you play with a good quarterback, you can just trust them to put the ball in a certain spot. And as a veteran receiver, you'd be like, well, I know the ball is going to be here, so all I have to do is just catch it. And you can see that with all of his little routes. It was just like simple stuff that it suits him. And we're not overusing him. We're not giving other people snaps over him. We're not taking snaps away from other people. With him, and that's what I love. We're not our young guys are still getting the shine. But I wanted to say something about
J-Mo, my bad, man. I'm sorry to jump in here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens. This is what happens when you are on call at work, people. Lord Jesus, why? I gotta make some moves. I'm gonna work on making some moves soon, people, so I can have more control over my life, man. I just want to say to everybody who in the building, what up, though? Easy, what it do, brother? J-Mo, what it do? I'm literally listening to y'all talk, and then the supervisor is asking me 1,001 questions. about something that already done.
So I want, and I'm gonna have you chime in on. I wanted to get to this. Like, look, ain't nobody living in delusion. But let me tell y'all this: the Lions still have a chance to make the playoffs at 8-8, so they could lose to the Packers and not be eliminated. Let me tell y'all something, dog. If we lose to the Packers, I don't care about the playoffs. I know that sounds funny, might sound weird to y'all, but I'm not saying we're gonna win a playoff game or anything like that. But I just feel like if they were to go 5-0, I would have a much brighter. But like, come on, y'all. This is the game. Like, do or die. You losing to them, and ain't no playoff. Stop 8-8. It's not gonna happen. You living in the dream world. Us making it at 9-7 is a dream world. But if we lose, I guarantee you we'll get drilled in the playoff game. This is the game that you gotta win. If you want to, like that, to me, no. Well, you gotta win today. I mean on Sunday. Like if you don't win, then the season's a wrap. I don't want no 8-8. No, I don't know why this just upset me like that. It's just like you cannot be okay with the Lions losing this game. That's just that's what I'd be like. That's how I feel. You gotta win this game. Like if they lose it, okay, they lost, bro. But you can't be okay with losing and try to hope for the play. Like, no.
I think that's the question too. I feel like the fan base is torn right now between like wanting to win and obviously we have the people on the bandwagon of like wanting to lose out. But like after that win last week, like we truly are. If you pull up NFL.com and you look at the standings, we are one game out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild. And I was on the team of like lose out, get the better pick, but like I want to see some. You know what I'm saying? I love to see the Lions in the playoff, man. Like, hey, the Giants did it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just fun to know you have the chance, man.
All I'm saying is let's go week by week. Like once we out of the playoffs, we out, Let's just go week. Like that's what just go week by week, and you don't have to overrate it. But Luke, what's your thoughts about this whole question right here and like the perspective that I was coming at it with?
Okay, so listen, it's funny because I was sitting up here thinking about this, right? And I have to ask every person in the chat. I have to ask every single one of you who's on the panel with me today to just answer this one simple question. How do you view yourself? Do you view yourself as a winner or do you view yourself as a loser? I want the chat to answer that question. I want every person to put themselves in there and tell me how do they view themselves. Ryder, do you view yourself as a winner or as a loser?
I would have to say I view myself as a winner.
J-Mo, do you view yourself as a winner or as a loser?
No, definitely a winner, man.
Easy. Do you view yourself as a winner or a loser? Easy must be eating or something. I don't know. Easy, you still there?
I forgot to press the mute button. We talking about me personally or talking about the Lions?
You personally.
You know the Lions.
All we do is win, 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 no matter what.
No matter what. Okay, so we all in agreement that we see ourselves as winners. Now, my question is, as fans, why would you ever root for a loser? Why would you ever root for your team to be a loser? Every single game that they play, you should root for them to win. Every single one. And if you see yourself as a winner, there's no way you should ever see the people that you root for to be losers. And so what that tells me is this. You have to set yourself up in a position to not only see this team as a winner, but take every possibility that comes with that. So if that means that they can still make the playoffs, you should be rooting for them to make the playoffs. If you are in the camp of tanking, or you are in the camp of saying that we should not be doing this, and this, so we can get a good draft pick, you are a loser. That's how you think. Losers think about losing. Winners think about winning.
It's funny. I've always said this. I don't believe in tanking because that's not how I was raised. I don't believe in losing. I've literally said that plenty of times. Like that's what the main reason because I just don't believe in purposely losing.
This team, listen. This team still has a chance to make the playoffs, and they should be doing everything in their power to get there. Now, if they do that, and let's say they lose to the Packers, but still make the playoffs, we don't know what can happen in the playoffs. We could get blew out. We could not. What our job as fans is to look at our team the same way we look at ourselves. If you were trying to improve something about yourself, you have to stop and think about what needs to happen. It's the same thing with this team. And for me, when you have people who are pushing the idea that we're planning to not win anything, or we have no reason to win, then they have to see themselves as losers. I don't listen. everything you do in life ain't gonna be perfect. The first time you rode a bike ain't gonna be perfect. And to me, you have to start to change that way of thinking. All right, you have to change that way of thinking. This team is still a playoff team, at least mathematically, right? Mathematically, you should be still rooting for your team to be a playoff team, because what comes from that, which I know to be a fact, is this: when you win, people want to go to winners. When you win, people recognize you more. It's a reason why we talk about Jordan and Kobe and LeBron and all these other good players, Tom Brady's and stuff. We do that because they're winners, and we love winners. We love people who win. And my attitude to it is this. It's simple. This team should try to win every single game, and this team still has a chance to make the playoffs. And if they don't make the playoff, fine. We moved on from the biggest mistake we probably made in a long time, and it's time to look at it. But every game should be evaluated for who should be here. I saw a question about Jared Davis. Should he be starting? Who out there faster? I'm tired of watching.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's the best athlete in our linebacker. Yeah, he needs to be out there. And, he's the best pass rusher. I mean, like, it's just like it like our linebacking core, like, they making Jared Davis look good. That's how bad they look. So, and that's saying something considering his last year. But I wanted to talk about and I'm glad we
real quick, J-Mo. My bad. I gotta point this out. Moso says Mike Valenti disagree. Y'all are listening to a person, to this whole idea about the winners and losers, but about the Lions as a whole. Y'all are listening to a person who has every legit reason to destroy this team. Every chance they get, they tried to get the man fired. They tried to mess with his livelihood. He's a freaking Giants fan who went to Michigan State, got a job here in Michigan, stayed, and the team that he's covering tried to get him fired. This man literally went on a rant about why Sheila ain't no different from her parents because she ain't gonna fire them in the season and blah, 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 blah. Then he gets fired in the season, and then he's mad because not only did she fire him in the season, he's mad because he's like, oh, now you're going to give Bevell a chance to earn the head coaching job. Which one is it?
No, Mike Valenti is utter trash. And Dr. Detroit says Stafford is the coach killer. Stafford has had more coach fired than any QB in history. Do any of those coaches have jobs? I rest my case.
None.
If Stafford was a coach killer, why aren't they head coaches? But we ain't gonna. I'm just okay. You know what? Just leave it at that and move on. Right? That's all I'm saying.
Dr. Detroit don't understand something, right? This is what I think Dr. Detroit understand. All this talking, I'm a diehard Lions fan. I'm a diehard Seattle Seahawks fan. I'm a diehard Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. I've liked these teams today was hot garbage. I actually think the Buccaneers popsicle colors were better than what they have now. Some people think I'm crazy. Whatever. I think the Seattle Seahawks old logo was better than what it is now. Whatever. They think I'm crazy. Stay with me. My point of telling you all of that is this. Russell Wilson has been hot garbage for the last few weeks. I ain't heard nothing. Hot garbage. When you got teams winning by double digits and the quarterback ain't even got to throw the ball 20 times, why can't we have that? I heard Ryder say he can't believe that he can't even imagine us having a shutout. I heard J-Mo talk about, because you imagine it'd be a fantasy move if Stafford can do this. Y'all still blaming the quarterback. Let me help y'all. I'm gonna help him real quick, J-Mo. I'm sick of this. I'm finna help him. Just we gonna talk about the quarterback. Just no, cause they listen. They working my nerves, man. And what's working my nerves is this unnatural logic that doesn't make any sense. Let's just go through for a second, people. Let's go through and look at all the quarterbacks that the Lions have had. Okay, let's look at all the quarterbacks that they had. Before Stafford, John Kitna. Oh, he was awesome. Okay, yeah. Keep going.
Out cold.
Dude, Sean Hill. Y'all still want Sean Hill back?
Nope.
Still want Sean Hill?
Maybe as a backup. I'll take him over Chase Daniel.
Let's look at all the quarterbacks we don't blame. Let's look at all the ones we don't blame. Let's see. We're going to go right down this whole thing on list. We're going to go down the list. These are all the quarterbacks we have had before Stafford. And all I keep hearing is Stafford talk. Dan Orlovsky, Dante Culpepper, John Kitna, 2008, 2007, John Kitt, 2016, John Kitna, 2005, Joey Harrington and Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia was a good one, right? Ooh, that's a good one. Joey Harrington, 2004, 2003, 2002, Mike McMahon. Y'all love y'all some Mike McMahon, don't y'all? Charlie Batch, Ty Detmer, Mike McMahon, Charlie Batch, Stoney Case. Who the hell is Stoney Case? I don't even know who that is.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who's that guy? Charlie Batch, Gus Farrat, Charlie Batch, Frank Wright. Yeah, the same Frank Wright who got them Colts over there doing that thing. That Frank Wright. Scott Mitchell. Y'all missed y'all some Scott Mitchell? Let's keep going. Scott Mitchell. Don, I'm not going to play this name. Y'all not going to embarrass me today. Nope. Let's keep going. David Craig. Boy, stop. Eric Kramer, Rodney Peete, Andre Ware. Let's keep going down. We have literally blamed every single quarterback. So y'all gonna say Stafford got all these people fired. What did them quarterbacks do? They did nothing. Eric Kramer came in week 10 after week 9 after Rodney Peete got hurt and took over, and they had coach at the time, Wayne Fonts, got smart and said, we're gonna run the ball more. But y'all want to sit up here and talk to me and talk about the quarterback. Please don't come on here with that.
And I've sounded like a Stafford hater before, but my whole issue with it is at this point is the money. Say the amount of money we're paying him, we're not getting winning results. So I'm cool with moving on from that because
it's more quarterbacks paid. Like Carson Wentz is like highest paid player in the league right now.
Hold on.
But I don't care about Carson Wentz. I care about my Detroit Lions. I care about them making more signings.
But you're talking about the money for results, and Carson Wentz is the highest player in the league, and he's much worse.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being okay for moving on and thinking we need to move on.
Oh my! Hold on. Nope. Hold on, people. I'm gonna get everybody together. Okay,
dog, man. This man look.
I'm gonna get everybody. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this,
bro. You sound like me, man. I mean, I've been preaching this for a while. It's all good. Rage said send him the link. Rage, bro. I thought he sent you the link, man.
Oh, you listen. I was on the phone with that supervisor. That's my fault.
Well,
that was my fault. I was on the phone with that supervisor.
No, because I'm glad that Rage about to come on because I was just about to get to the only question that a Packer fan is included on with them.
We gotta have Rage on. He's a Packers fan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Rage. First of all, not only is he a Packers fan, he served this country, so salute to him for that. And so he's getting ready to get deployed. So we putting prayers up that he come back safely. And so that's what's up. Now, let me go ahead and help y'all out real quick because I'm sick of y'all talking this crazy stuff. I'm sick of this. All right, everybody tell me I look at how much he getting paid and blah 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 blah. Watch this. Since 2000, we're gonna work our way on up. This is where we rank in terms of spending money for defense. You listening? Spending money for defense. 29th, 28th, 29th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 31st, 32nd, 26th, 2017, 18th. Finally spent some money, but we still didn't spend more money than we spent on offense. Okay. Now, 2018, 21st in spending in terms of a defense. 2019, 19th in terms of spending in terms of defense. And in 2020, 32nd. But we talking about one damn player whose whole job is to distribute the ball to receivers who can't hold on to him.
You got the numbers for a run game?
I just wanted to point out
let's not go there. I was about to say, Stafford has the worst running game in NFL history for any quarterback.
Forget
that's
all
you have to say. That's all you got to say.
The Detroit Lions over the last decade have spent the least amount of money on average out of all 32 teams in the league on their defense. So what do y'all want? What do y'all want? Stop with this crap, man. Stop with this. It's the quarterback stuff. We've been blaming quarterbacks for years.
Well, here's my argument, though. We're in the top rankings to spend that money on quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that's your argument.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm not saying Stafford's bad, but look, we're investing in the wrong thing. I want to invest in defense. That's why I want I want more free agents, bro. I want good ass players here, bro. I want us to spend the money elsewhere, man. A lot of these teams winning. I haven't looked up any numbers. It'd be fun to do it. I will while I'll wait to talk or whatever. But what are the teams with what are these big money quarterbacks? How many of them are actually winning Super Bowls? Because even when Tom Brady it was on smaller contract. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he left now to get paid, in Tampa Bay.
That's not true. That's not true.
Okay, so that's I don't know the numbers. Give me some number. Give me a big money quarterback.
Tom Brady, when he won his first Super Bowl, he was sitting behind Drew Bledsoe. The team was the dark horse to even make it to a Super Bowl. They made it there through good coaching. Everybody thought it was a fluke. The next year, they made some more investments on defense, and they did the same thing again. And so what you start to see is that this team kept taking their money and investing it on the defense, because that's what they were doing. Then they started saying, well, we're going to give Tom Brady short targets and tight ends and running backs out the backfield. That's why they had Calvin Falk and a number of things. Then Tom Brady got this big contract, which paid him all this money for that 1 year. Then he took a pay cut and took that money up front. So he was taking those adjustments. But the money that he made wasn't why he left New England. He left New England because Bill Belichick basically said that I don't really need you to win. And Bill Belichick is right. He won with Matt Castle. He won with Jacoby Brissett. He won with some other quarterbacks. He's just telling him, like, I didn't need you. And Tom Brady wanted to be the man in the room when he walked through. Meanwhile, he went over there to Tampa Bay thinking it was going to be peaches and cream. And Bruce Arians is calling him out every time he have a bad game. So he literally left one good coach to another good coach to tell him, yeah, you effing up. So, no, that's not what happened.
Yeah, he
wanted to give him this cost. What happened he said, I went on these damn Super Bowls. I want to get paid now. I took his money back. I sacrificed.
No, but regardless of all of that,
and Bill Belichick said, "Oh, you're not worth that bread."
No, regardless of, a 40-something-year-old Tom Brady, a 40-something-year-old Tom Brady might not be worth that bread because he's 40-some years old. But regardless, I mean, the Lions have had good cap space probably the last 3 years that we've been paying Stafford. Like, since we've been paying him, our cap space has been good. Right. You just had Luke tell you that we haven't spent any money on the defense. The last 3 seasons that we've been paying Stafford, our cap space has been good. So when people are talking about that we're paying him too much money, what are you like? We've had cap space the last 3 seasons to pay players, and we're just not getting the right players.
Look at it right now. Look at the Kenny Galladay situation, man.
We got money to pay him, don't we? We do.
And you gotta look at it from this standpoint. This is not a Stafford. This is not a Stafford thing. I'm just sick of us as a fan base. We don't have no other excuse. I'm watching the Buccaneers suck, and they're blaming the head coach. They're not blaming Tom Brady. I mean, but then I'm watching the Seattle Seahawks where Russell Wilson suck, and they're not blaming Russell Wilson. They're blaming everybody around him. And I'm like, but he sucked in that game. We got to be honest about that game.
Yeah, they lost to the Giants, bro. I was like yo.
The Giants, bro. He served it up in that game. And I'm just pointing this out, that this is why I sit there and I was just talking about the Bears fan. The Bears head coach went 12-4, 8-8, and they are like, yo, he got to go. This is going to be his first bad season. They are already done with him. They done with him. They done with GM and everything like that. And my whole point is this team is going to go as far as us, the fans, put us. We have to stop this. We got to stop with this blaming the quarterback crap. Because as soon as he gone and you get the next quarterback and throw him to the fire, you're gonna hold the Lions to the fire for saying that they got the wrong quarterback.
Bring them. It's so many quarterbacks drafted after Matthew Stafford that we've seen like that teams are winning with. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily need a Matthew Stafford.
And none of those quarterbacks with one.
No. That statement not true. That's not a true statement. There's so many quarterbacks that we have seen drafted after Matthew Stafford that teams are winning with. Who?
Deshaun Watson, Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. 3. What do you mean? There's so many goddamn quarterbacks since Matthew Stafford been drafted. Andrew Luck was one. Ryan Tannehill's one right now. Crazy to say.
And Ryan Tannehill.
And I'm not saying Ryan Tannehill better than Stafford. I'm not saying he's better than Stafford.
Hold on, wait. Listen, everybody you name, and you even threw first of all, the fact that you threw Ryan Tannehill in there lets me know that that's not true. Ryan Tannehill is not asked to win no game.
Yo, what's going on? What's up?
This Rage, I can't see. I'm looking at all these.
Hold on, Rage. Hold on.
Damn, I gotta get in this, boy. Let
them have this real quick. Go ahead.
Hold on. Baker Mayfield, Blake Bortles,
Baker Mayfield. All right, no,
come on.
Bro,
you said Baker Mayfield.
I'm saying like,
you cut off.
We don't need Stafford, so you keep saying like we let go of
We
Stafford.
don't need Stafford. We went 0-8.
Like, we got
we
Stafford
went
now.
0-8. We went
0-8. Stafford now. Tell me,
went 0-8.
J-Mo, how often are we winning with Matthew Stafford right now?
We went 0-8.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep saying it. Before Stafford, 0-16.
Okay.
Stafford get hurt again, 0-8, third overall pick. We don't need Stafford, but we can't win a game without him.
It doesn't make sense.
What are you talking about?
Easy.
We can't win a game without him.
Hold on.
You can't win a game without him.
Easy.
So your question. They're winning games without a Matthew Stafford.
Listen, I want to answer a question for you, right? You name Blake Bortles. Who is Blake Bortles the quarterback of?
Right now, I believe he's a backup quarterback, and I don't know where. You know what I'm saying?
He's third string backup too, bro.
Okay. So hold on. Stay with me.
I'm with you.
All right, now let's go down the line.
Hold on, real quick too, before I get attacked in the comment section and like from the panel too. I'm not saying Stafford's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying you don't need.
No, we know what you're saying, and what you're saying is wrong. What you mean?
Listen, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is the idea that there are all these quarterbacks who were taken after him who are winning is not true. It's not. If you look at Lamar Jackson, he had one good season, which is fair, but I have said this many times that was because of how that running game with Mark Ingram and Edwards was. This year, teams took that run game away. Lamar is looking real human. And so I'm like, okay, I go down the line. Deshaun Watson, the only one I give hats off to. I don't know how he's still working it. Because I'm like, he's going through the same problems as Stafford. And the truth is this. You can't even begin to judge Stafford on this season, which I'm going to say he has been okay. He's been okay so far. But you can't begin to judge him on this season when they just fired not only their head coach, not only did they fire the head coach, they fired the general manager, which means that the team believed that there's a problem with that direction. It was clear that it wasn't going to work. It was clear when they lost 20-0. You're going to put that on Stafford. It was clear when they got beat down on Thanksgiving by the Texans. They're going to put that on Stafford. My problem is this. As football fans, we gotta put ourselves to a bigger standard to actually learn how to understand what is happening in these games. A lot of times in these games, and I got chewed out for saying, look, we didn't really beat the Falcons. The Falcons beat themselves because all they had to do was take a knee. People thought I was batshit crazy, but I'm like, that's all they had to do. Take a knee. They decided to call a play. Don't know why. They did it. And so I'm pointing out to you to say all the quarterbacks you're going to name that you're going to say are winning, I'm telling you, you're going to find that they're either one, backups, or two, on a trash franchise.
Okay,
they ain't doing no better.
Okay, but Luke, that's not my point. Luke's point is you can win with those guys. Stop acting like we need Stafford. We don't need Stafford. He's not a necessity for our football team to win.
Listen, if
there's so many damn football champions that never had Matthew Stafford on it.
If you can win, okay, if you can win without Stafford, right? This is my attitude.
But you can you at least admit that?
I don't think we can.
But we
haven't won without him.
Like we can.
Can I
hold on? Let me ask you a question. if our quarterback was Blake Bortles, let's just be honest. If our starting quarterback was Blake Bortles, where are we at right now? For real.
Maybe our coach is fine-tune the playbook to what that man can do. To stop overvaluing him, we win games. No,
that's not my question.
I was just going with that one.
We moving on, man.
0-15.
We moving on. Come on, man. Like, this is ridiculous. But all right, man. My man Rage, the Packers fan, is in the building. So that allows.
Hey, Rage, real quick, give us a score for the game, man.
Allows us.
What happened?
You don't want to ask him that. It allows me to get to the next question, man. Rage, can you hear us, man? You good?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. All right. So we gonna go straight to you, man. What's the biggest key for the Lions or the Packers to win this game? We gonna start with you, Ray. And if you want to comment on the Matthew Stafford stuff, you can comment on the Stafford stuff.
Okay. Let me tackle that first. Let me tell you why the Lions need Matthew Stafford, and it's just a strictly biased, honest opinion, but I think it needs to be pointed out. Matthew Stafford is the only person that is going to attract legitimate free agents to Detroit. That's why I think y'all need him more than anything. Besides him being injured and then y'all coaching staff failing everybody else, he's really the only consistent player that I think that y'all have. Even when he's having a down season, it's a pretty good season compared to other quarterbacks. Y'all just have horrible coaching and y'all don't have the personnel around him to help him succeed. That's why I think a lot of people really calling for his number. But you really go see if y'all really get rid of Matthew Stafford, y'all ain't gonna be relevant until y'all go out and get a quarterback that's either better than him, or that's on his same level. What's up?
Like I said, we're gonna have to go 0-16 again to get another Matthew Stafford.
Last time we won a playoff game.
Hey, hold on. You echoing.
You said 91?
Rage, you echoing. Turn off your stream on your other device because you probably got it on your other device because you echoing. But go ahead, Luke.
All right, Rage. We didn't win a playoff game since 91, if I'm not mistaken. In 91, we won a playoff game with Eric Kramer, and the running back at the time was Barry Sanders. Our defense was stupid. We had Benny Blaze, Jerry Ball. We had it all, man. We had it all. All right, now watch this, Rage. These are all the quarterbacks, Rage, before Stafford.
Oh, no, I heard you. I heard every single last one of them.
You heard them, right? Now, watch this, Rage. Watch this. Watch this. Stafford has played more games than most of them combined. You would need 14 players to equal more games played by a quarterback than Matthew Stafford. That's the first one. You need 15 players to equal Matthew Stafford's yards. This is not even normal. You need 7 of them quarterbacks. You need 7 of them quarterbacks to get to his touchdown total. Right? I only need 4 of those quarterbacks to equal his interceptions. This is not no debate. I'm not saying that we ain't got to take no quarterback but I don't care if it's Tom Brady. I don't care if it's Moses, Jesus, Allah, whoever you want to come on with. Ain't nobody coming up in here changing this in one person. They're not doing it.
And let's look at Rage's team. I'm sure you didn't want them to take that guy in the first round, but when they took that guy, nobody was like, "All right, well, Rodgers, get up out of here." They like, "Well, we didn't want Jordan Love, but okay, all right, that's the future." Let's move on.
And that's true. Like I remember when we did that draft podcast, I was pretty pissed. But I'm not pissed no more because I'm seeing the vision now, and I'm seeing, and to put it in perspective, like this should really open Lions fans' eyes. Over all of those years that that Luke was naming, all of those quarterbacks, all of that, Green Bay only had 2 quarterbacks that entire time: Brett Favre.
Say it again.
And Aaron Rodgers.
Say it again.
Rage, you just hurt my feelings with that, low key.
That's how much that I think the Lions need Matthew Stafford, because he's not a bad quarterback. I think if you put him anywhere else, you take him to Indy, you take him to New England, that man is a Super Bowl champion without a doubt. I mean, if you can bring him to Green Bay, I promise you he'll win him a Super Bowl. But it's just, y'all have been that inept. And I'm not bashing y'all, I'm just being honest. Like, out of the whole division, y'all are probably the easiest team that I can sleep at night, knowing that we probably go get this W. Just because I know what kind of
the defense ain't gonna put up no resistance.
Bro, hold on. Let me ask y'all all a question, right? Let's get away from Stafford for a moment. Let's get away from Stafford just for a moment. I ain't never heard nobody blame Barry Sanders for a loss or a win-loss record. You ever seen that? As a Packers and Bears fan, as many times as y'all kicker has missed a game-winning kick or an extra point, I ain't never seen them with a win-loss record. Never, right? What I don't understand is this. All these quarterbacks that everybody talk about, I don't care who it is, Tom Brady lost to the Giants, a wild card team in the Super Bowl.
Twice.
A wild card team twice. One of the times they lost with them, they lost against them. That was when they had an undefeated season with Randy Moss, who literally set the record with Tom Brady for most touchdowns.
And they broke the set by the Dolphins back in like 19.
Most points.
Yeah, like no, I'm talking about undefeated. They was like 17 and 0. Yeah.
I'm saying, and they lost to a wild card team. A wild card team. Why? You know why Eli Manning won those games? Why they won? They had a defense and a run game. You don't believe me?
True.
You don't believe me? Go look it up. I don't gotta say it. You want to know why New England keep winning so many championships? And I hate to say this because I know people gonna get mad when I say it because other teams are stupid. There was no reason. That they should have beat. They should have beat the Rams, but Dick Vermeil, ugly head, reared itself again, right? And then you go through and you look at that game against the Falcons.
Well, I won't say the other teams are stupid. I would say New England don't make mistakes. So if you make mistakes versus them, even if it's the Falcons being stupid for not running the ball, they'll beat you. And I feel like every time that they've lost a Super Bowl is because they made more mistakes than that other team that they lost to. Look at the 3 losses.
Yo, you see what Steve just said? Barry had 13 carries for -1 yards in an NFC Championship game. Hey, but
nobody said nothing.
Real quick,
nobody said nothing.
No, not according to Steve.
I
know
what was said.
I know what team they were facing. I'm just saying. You said what?
I said Dr. Detroit said I'm full of it. He talking about some people talk about Barry all the time going backwards and doing this and Barry can go backwards 13.
All right, but we digress. Let's get back on topic. I did want to say.
Let me say one thing.
My bad.
Real quick.
So honestly, bro.
My man Ray's roots for Matt Stafford, like I used to root for Jay Cutler, because I'm a Lions fan. And he was bad for the franchise. That's why he said we need to keep Stafford.
I never thought Jay Cutler.
You know what's funny though? Easy. Ray's don't even got to root for him. Ray's quarterback, the team that he root for the guy. And
that's crazy. He was talking about him on the Pat McAfee show. Like, Aaron Rodgers really liked Matthew Stafford, but I mean, it's a team diff. But to get back on topic, y'all got to do one thing to beat us. If y'all can do it, I promise you, y'all will win this game. All you got to do is stop Aaron Rodgers and the Devontae Adams connection. If you stop that connection, y'all go win that game.
That's what I was going to say. That's what stop that connection.
That's easier said than done.
I was about to say, that's hard. That's like, stop Matthew Stafford, Megatron. Good, like, stop that connection. Yeah,
guys, you're not going to believe this. If we score more points than the Packers, we're going to win.
But the thing is, though, bro, like Devontae Adams this season, dude, he is in Mars right now. He on a whole nother level. And I think that they just got to keep doing what they doing, honestly, bro, because he garners so much attention and he takes so much attention and, usage, I guess you could say, off for other players. These other players, all they got to do is just win their routes, win their one-on-ones, and we'll be just fine. And then, y'all run game can't stop a cold. So, yeah, that's another thing. But, I wasn't really trying to clown y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? I was just, I'm going to be quiet, man.
The truth is this. The Lions to really win this game, I don't know if you can completely kill that connection, but slowing that down and destroying the run game, and you can get the win. But the problem is this. 9 times out of 10, this is one of them games similar to what I said. I remember, and I think it was J-Mo who probably was like, what? Or was it you, J-Mo, when I said, this is how you going to beat the Cardinals? I said, let Kyler Murray throw. And you was like, you crazy.
No, I don't think I said what or anything, but I know I didn't say you was crazy. I probably was like, oh, wow. I thought it was kind of funny, but I mean, I wasn't that surprised.
I was like, let him throw. I hate to say this. You got to let Aaron Rodgers throw. That makes them one dimension. You got to take the run away, take away his number one target, and let him throw. The issue that's going to come up, and I'm going to tell you the issue is going to be, it's the same problem we always had. Can our linebackers not miss as many tackles this game? If they cannot miss tackles, we'll be just fine. And I'm hoping that for some reason Jamie Collins go back and look and say, yeah, I probably should have wrapped up here. Oh, Deron Hartman, if I see this man stop one more time and wait for somebody to hit him, I swear to God, he going to be my new Tavon Wilson target. I'm not playing. I'm not taking mediocrity no more. There has to be a standard. And as a fan, I told y'all, the only way that man can keep his job if he go to a Super Bowl. We got worse and worse, and then all of a sudden he's gone, and we do something that we have not did under Matt Patricia ever. We came back on the road.
We beat the Bears.
We were down by 10. Like,
down 10 against the Bears.
You're right or wrong. We finally beat the Bears.
Right.
But this is very interesting. Crazy that the Cardinals are 6-6 with all that talent, but you won't see anybody blaming Kyler Murray for their struggles.
And weren't y'all down even worse at the half?
Yeah, we're down like 16 to like 23.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It was like 12 to 23 or something like that. We were down.
Yeah, I was like, that game is over. And then I checked the score, and I was like, 30. What? Huh? I was like, oh gosh. Yeah, boy, we got pissed off Matt Stafford. We finna lose next week. I said that last Sunday. I'm not even playing. I said that. Like, I was like, this dude mad now. We really finna lose.
No, I'll tell you something about that game. I could tell Stafford was pissed off in that game. Like the way he was throwing the ball, he just looked mad. But the biggest key for the Lions, Packers, obviously for the Packers, all y'all got to do is make sure that defense is the same defense that we got. Like that's all I'm gonna say. As long as y'all, as long as our defense is the same, you won't have trouble winning that game. But to me, I was talking to Ryder with this earlier. To me, it's more slowing the game down, shortening the game in situational football. Like, the Packers are going to score most likely. Hopefully they don't. That'll be great. But DeAndre Swift, I need him to play. I don't want us to, overuse him or anything, but we need to get some DeAndre Swift them long drives. Because we had a couple long drives against the Bears, but them long, grueling 8-minute drives just to keep Aaron Rodgers cold and on the sideline.
J-Mo?
Yeah.
Don't kill me. This ain't the game you want DeAndre Swift in. And I'm going to tell you why.
What you mean?
I'm going to tell you why you don't want him in this game. I've noticed when DeAndre Swift is in the game, we throw the ball out the backfield way too much. And what I think is going to happen is in this game, we have to keep Kerryon and Adrian Peterson at the focal point of the rushing attack because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The one thing I noticed about that game, the last game that the Packers played, was their running back was running like a madman, right? But when the other team running back started running, that defense over time didn't want to tackle him. When they made them one-dimensional, it was game time. I'm just telling you,
man.
I think
you can feel that. Hey, you can feel that way.
I'm just saying, let him
rest. Too much of a freaking stud, and
I know, but let him rest. If you let him rest,
man, we're gonna lose if he rested.
Yeah, but if you let him rest, just stay with me. If you let him rest, right? Guess who becomes a bigger target?
We gonna lose. What you mean?
Listen, it sounds crazy. Listen, I'm known for saying
I know you know for saying crazy things, but we gotta establish Swift early so the Packers can be scared of him. And once they are, they loading the box and they killing them over the top. They're not gonna be scared of him. They're not gonna be scared. They're gonna be scared of him and Adrian Peterson because they still got nightmares of what Adrian Peterson do.
No, I think they're gonna be throw the ball out the backfield more. And what I'm telling you,
I really don't know.
If you let him rest one more game, I think what's gonna happen is the number one target is gonna be the tight end and the slot receiver.
Go ahead, Rich.
I was gonna say I don't know about that now, bro, because I don't know. I think Mike Patton bumped his head and he ain't playing nickel no more. So now we ain't got no hybrid. Now we got two linebackers. So y'all may not be able to run. It took 15 games, but we playing a little bit more base now, bro. So I don't know.
No,
that's why you need Swift to run people over and because a lot of them Adrian Peterson runs, he's just 37. So it was some good holes, but like it was 4 yards because he's 37. Like with Swift, that's a 10-15 yard game. Man. We need his playmaking ability.
I'm telling you
for this game.
Listen, I think because the way that they have changed their defense on Green Bay, that bringing Swift in, I'm telling you, is going to take away the opportunity for this game.
Come on, man. You really think we can beat the Green Bay Packers without Kenny Galladay and Swift?
Yes.
Okay, so Kenny Galladay ain't playing?
It looked like no.
Okay, yeah, y'all lost. I'm sorry.
No, listen, that's my fair.
Fair enough.
I think that they're going to lose the game. Don't get me wrong, but do I think they can win it? Yes. And the way I think that they can win it It's by using the focal point that I know goes against the strength of that team. So what I did was I've been watching the Packers a lot because I've been trying to figure out how have some of these garbage teams been able to be in games with them. They had some garbage teams battling with them. Seriously.
That's true. The Jags, for instance.
The Jags, right? And I said, well, what the Jags doing? They ran the ball up the gut, but they found the slot receiver in those intermediate routes, and they hit the tight end. And I'm like, well, our slot receiver is $6 million man Danny, you know. And then we got TJ.
I'm not gonna lie, Danny earned a couple $100,000 on them catches.
I'm just saying. So if I can find a way to get those two guys the ball more, cool. But if Swift is in, they're not getting the ball more because we're going to be doing more passes out the backfield to Swift.
I get that, but my thing is like, look, I mean, this game, I'm not that optimistic about it without Kenny Golladay out there. But if we are going to win this game, it's going to be because Swift ran for 150 yards or something like that.
But Go ahead. My bad.
I don't think that we're going to be at we have to run the football against the Packers. Every game that I remember the 2 games that we did beat the Packers in, Kerryon Johnson had good games in those games. I'm not saying that's why we won. We played a complete game, but I just don't see us beating the Packers without running the ball well. Like, you expect Stafford to throw 400 yards. Okay, he can do that, but Aaron can throw 500. I just don't see us beating them without running the football well. I can't see it. I can't see it happening, and we need Swift to do that.
My bad too. I apologize. I honestly think it's not even so much so on the offensive end, although having DeAndre Swift is a luxury. I think it's truly on the defensive end is where we win the game. And shout out to A. Rogie, and I know that's hopeless, right? But we feel like that going in the game, right? My man Ray said he can sleep comfortably for a Lions game, right? So and shout out to A. Rogie. He did a video on our channel too talking about this matchup and the rest of our season too. But I think it starts with the run, man. If we're able to stop Aaron Jones, because I know we got to stop. Someone said we had to stop Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, but if you can stop Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, that's not happening. Because those boys can go off, man. And I think it starts with the run. I think we got to stop the run, and then we can focus elsewhere. I think it's more so on the defense side. We see the Packers who when they lost this year, when Aaron Rodgers got punched them out with Tampa Bay. The Colts have a really good defense. I think that's where we need to show up if we truly want to win.
Somebody said Stevens can't get separation. You need to do your research. But I'll tell you this: if you telling me our defense got to win us this game, then I'm not feeling good. Right or wrong?
Got to win the game though. But I get what he's saying.
The defense can look. They can situationally do what they did last game, but I feel like if you got Aaron Rodgers rolling early, pack it in. He's gonna be rolling the whole game.
I'm gonna put it out there right now.
It's a little colder. He might not be rolling like that.
I'm gonna put it out there right now. We got the greatest trade in the history of the Lions history in the NFL when we gave up a 6/5th round pick for Everton Griffin. This is finally going to be the game where he gets more than an almost tackle and 1 sack. This is the game. This is the game.
If Everton Griffin show up,
which side does he rush off of?
The right.
The defense right or the offense right?
The offensive left, the defense right.
Yeah, he not getting no sacks. That's David Bakhtiari. You crazy?
Listen,
better luck next week.
Ray, anybody who been paying attention know that I freaking hate that trade. So that was
he being funny. Hey, Everton Griffin. He low key saved us last week though. Right or wrong. He don't get that sack. They score game over. Right or wrong. It don't matter. You gotta make plays to win the game. Romeo had to do his damn thing. He definitely did. But right or wrong, what's your biggest key for the Lions to win this game?
We gotta score points to be sure. I think Stafford's just gonna have to have a really good game again because y'all are talking about stop this guy, stop that guy. I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can stop Devontae Adams. I don't think we can stop Aaron Jones. So I think, if you can't beat him, if you can't stop him on defense, you better be outscoring him on offense because, that seems to be the strength of the Lions right now. And if we ain't stopping Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, we better be keeping up with them on offense.
And how do you think we should go about doing that?
Just let Stafford cook, to be honest. I think that worked last week. That's how we usually win most of our games, is just let Stafford cook. But
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If Mike Pettin is probably gonna be our best friend. And let me tell you why. Because for some reason, when we up at least by maybe a touchdown, 10 points, when we up like that, we play what I call prevent defense, which is 12 yards off the ball. So Matthew Stafford is just gonna slowly pick that defense apart, only because we giving him so much room to pick us apart. That's gonna be y'all bit. That's gonna be how y'all keep up with us. And I promise you, if you can stay close and score to where the run game is still viable, y'all have a good shot at that game. Period. Point blank.
That's why I said situational football. Obviously, you just brought up Ray Stafford is the last guy you want to play prevent against while you got a lead. Like he's literally has the most fourth quarter comebacks now since he's been in the league. So he's the best at doing that. So I agree with that, but right or wrong is right. We're gonna need like 38 points and just hope and pray. You know, that's all.
I think we're gonna lose the game. Like, I'm picking them to lose the game in the pick'em league. So there go my free pick of the week, people. I gotta get them videos off of Pick'em League, man. This damn virus got me all discombobulated. But let me just put this out here, that the reality is this. Look at some of these trash teams that they battle with. Man, we just look at those games. That's all you gotta do.
Hold on, Luke, because you keep saying what games are you talking about? You offended me. Like let's really talk. Let's really talk, bro. Let's really talk.
Funny as hell.
Bro, he like, hold up, now you being too disrespectful. I mean,
Like he getting too comfortable saying them trash games. Like, let's talk, bro. I
think he's talking about like the Jags and Jags and the Vikings, man.
Get him with that Kanye.
Okay, first off, Dalvin Cook, he's not human. That man is an alien mixed with a cyclops. He is just unnecessarily. He's too raw. Okay, so that's one thing. Two, the Jags, man, look, it was never really close. We just couldn't put them away. Like, that's all it was, bro.
That's bad.
All it was. It's not bad, but bro, you know, a lot of good teams, they play down to their opponent sometimes. That's just what that Jags game was.
I feel you, but y'all was in a dog fight with the Texans.
Dude, stop it. What are you talking about right now? What?
Y'all went in a dog fight with them?
Bro, Deshaun Watson? He gonna be in a dog fight with Patty Mahomes if he up 55-3. Come on, bro. Deshaun Watson is a winner. He's a winner. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, most quarterbacks, they system quarterbacks. No, Deshaun Watson is a winner. This man can have high school receivers and still drop 30. In my humble opinion.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Hey, I've always been a fan of Deshaun Watson. It's well documented on my channel, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ray. It was 3 games that they messed me up on in the Pick'em League, and so I'm holding some personal grudges against the Packers. Like that damn Colts game, I'm like, bruh, come on now.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just put? Let me tell y'all how
I actually picked the Colts in that game.
Did you?
Hold on.
Yeah, I did.
Let me tell you how elite this offense is, bro. Just hear me out. So the Colts had the number 1 defense, total defense, period. But they was dang near at the top, number 1 in all passing categories. And, you know, they was top 5 in the rest. Bro, Green Bay dropped 31 points on them with 4 turnovers. We was dialed in, but we was dialed out at the same time. If they didn't have 4 turnovers, bro, add 28 points to 31, we would have dropped 59 points on them, bro. This offense, oh my God, it's so scary. Like, I feel bad for defenses, bro. Like, I just be looking at these quarterbacks.
Nah,
like,
you know, it's funny, man. Ray's trying to tell Lions fans about a Packers offense. Like, come on. We're Lions fans. We've seen y'all with Jordy Nelson and Donald Driver and Randall Cobb. Like, we've seen that boy Rodgers with everybody.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I just had to point that out because a lot of people give me flack for that coach loss at my job. A lot of people give me flack for it. I'm like, bro, we dropped 31 points on the best defense in the league, and we still lost.
I picked the Colts because the Colts are a good team, and they were playing very good at the time. They just blew us out, and then they just beat the Titans. I think I'm like, they gonna beat the Packers the way they playing. But all right, guys, we wrapping. You said what?
I said that's what I was gonna say. Why defense is key. You know what I'm saying, like the Colts are the best defense. They were able to pull off the win against Aaron Rodgers.
Well, they were the best defense a few weeks ago. I don't know about now.
No, I think it's the Saints now. Because
it changes.
Teams.
Yeah, it changes. But make sure you guys drop your questions in the chat, and we're gonna do final thoughts. If you have any questions in the chat, make sure you guys drop them in the chat, man. But Darrell Bevell, you go out and win this game. I will be a little bit impressed because I mean, it's gonna talk about an uphill battle. Let's see. Linebackers need to clean up field gaps. Well, is that linebacker supposed to be Jared Davis, or y'all want Jamie Collins out there? I just need to know.
Oh, them damn missed tackles, man.
Somebody's talking about us drafting a receiver in the first round. He better be Megatron. There isn't another Megatron, but hey, we gonna see what they do.
Why y'all
trying defensive play? I need a defensive player in the first round, though. I just said that earlier.
Why y'all trying to make me
spaceship that dropped off Megatron comes back? We're not getting another Megatron.
Why y'all want me to cut?
I don't even know if I would take Megatron. So I'm being 100.
I love Jamar Chase, right? Like I want y'all to hear me again. I'm gonna say this all out. I love Jamar Chase. If the Lions are picking anywhere between 1 and 12 and they take a receiver, y'all should riot. You hear me? Set everything on fire.
I can't lie. I'm not gonna riot. I'm gonna be
Luke, you about to get kicked
salivating. I'm gonna be salivating.
Dude,
I'm not gonna lie.
Riot. Hey, chill, man.
There is no reason for the Lions to take a receiver in the first round at all. Now, if we're picking like late 20s.
Yeah, I was about to be like, because the Vikings had a good reason. But anyway, do you guys think the new coach should keep Bevell as offensive coordinator? Look, I'm gonna let him do whatever he wants, but I think he should. If Stafford's gonna be there, yeah. Like if you plan on moving on from Stafford, you might as well get rid of him and his OC in the same year or same offseason. Just keep them together. I don't want Stafford trying to learn a whole new offense and all of that stuff. I just don't like that, especially if we see a change in Bevell's play calling now that Patricia's gone, and we know that trash play calling. Yes, it was on you, Bevell, 100%. But it was some interference holding you back. Now, like if we average 30 points through these last 5 games, win or lose, yeah, I want him as OC. What do you think about that, right or wrong?
I mean, I agree. I mean, I think that as much as we love Stafford, is kind of on the older side. Stafford is coming off a couple injuries. Like I don't think he or the Lions have enough time to learn a whole new offense and readjust again to a new offensive coordinator. And, like you said, if Darrell Bevell keeps playing well, if he keeps being aggressive, then, I mean, I don't see a problem with keeping him around. I don't see a problem with keeping him here, in Detroit.
I think the main issue was this year the offense didn't look like those first 8 games. And to me, last week was the first time the offense looked like those first 8 games the entire season. So if he continues that lets me know Patricia was really doing some crazy stuff. I'm gonna throw this question to Speak Easy because everyone knows I started the Cephas bandwagon and I've been on it. Everyone knows I love Cephas. I told y'all that the man was gonna be nice, but it's cool. How impressed with Cephas are you, Speak Easy?
I was thoroughly impressed. He made a play, man, and I say that too because he was falling in the catch. You know what I'm saying, and and shout out to Stafford too. That was a just beautiful play altogether. Both quarterback and receiver. That was amazing to see. Cephas sound like something you don't want to catch though. I will say that. That's a weird last name.
Are you? Hey, quick question. Are y'all talking about that play? Are y'all talking about that play when he threw it to the right pylon?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a beautiful play. I thought that was Aaron Rodgers. I swear to God. I really thought that was Aaron Rodgers in the blue uniform. I'm like, when did he get traded? Like, that was a crazy play.
As much as I hate Aaron Rodgers, I kind of agree with you there. I have seen Rodgers do that a couple times. So yeah, I understand what you were saying. As much as I hate that man. Go ahead, Speak Easy.
I was gonna say, man, I think we should get on the bandwagon of Cephas having a unattractive last name so he gets some separations from these DBs, man. We need Cephas to sound like something we don't want. Okay, we need to help my man get separation from the DBs.
All right, Luke, how impressed with Cephas are you?
I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. Cephas to me got a little bit more work to do. But that catch that he caught was huge. I love that catch. But outside of that, he's a route runner, and so I'm expecting him to show his route running abilities and get open more. Because if he's open, I believe the ball will go to him more. And I think that's why I'm not so.
I mean, but he was dropping it. That's the thing. He was getting open. He just wasn't catching the ball.
Listen, I get that. I get that, but it's also one of the things where, you got to look at it and say, okay, you got to look at it and be honest about it and say, okay, where are we at in terms of his development? He's been, like you said, he's been dropping passes and he's still not getting open. So I'm not all that impressed just yet with him. He started out hot, he fizzled out. Now he got to get back hot and not get impressed.
No, I'm definitely impressed only because, like I was just talking about, I've seen Cephas get open and just drop the pass, or maybe not always getting the ball. That happened with TJ a little bit last year, but I just like to be right. I ain't gonna lie. I told y'all what he was. He's starting to show glimpses. I think next year he's going to be even better. And like I said, he's a very solid, good jump ball receiver that runs very good routes. And I thought he was a good pickup for the 5th round. We didn't need Travis Fulgham. But, it's all good.
Real quick.
Every mock draft has us taking a wide receiver. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, we gonna get to that really quick. So I saw James Holyfield, who posted RIP to Tiny Lister Jr., aka Debo, from Friday, and I'm like, I googled it real quick, and I'm like, he ain't dead. So he's like, no, go to TMZ, Luke. It's on TMZ. How in the hell is TMZ getting this stuff so fast?
Bro, they really do, man. They really do be out here, man.
Wait, wow, so he died for real?
He's passed away?
TMZ is reporting that he has passed away at the age of 62.
Damn, man.
Wow, man. Rest in peace, man.
My cousin seen him. Hey, he was shooting some in a barbershop, and my cousin seen him. He kept sending me all the Snapchats because he was laughing. He's like, what's this bald-ass man doing in the barbershop? And he looked really healthy. I'm sad to hear that, man. Rest in peace to Louis Cephas. Or me talking about Cephas, man. Look what y'all got. R.I.P. to Debo, man. R.I.P. to Debo.
We lost another actress earlier this week. I can't remember her name.
Natalie.
There it is, Natalie something. But she
played in and a whole other movies. She passed away from colon cancer. So yeah, it's been
rest in peace.
So RIP to them as well.
Oh yeah, one from that.
James Holyfield. I could not find it. I googled it and it said that he was still alive. And then TMZ reported that something different.
So all right, look, we about to wrap up the show, y'all. I'm sure y'all might want to watch, a boring football game, but because that's what it's gonna be. But besides that, we're gonna do the final thoughts, man. We're gonna go to you right or wrong.
I mean, I don't really got a whole lot. I mean, it was fun to be back. I haven't been back on a roundtable in quite a while, so it was fun to talk Lions football. At least me as a Lions fan, I got a little bit of excitement this week just from what I saw last week from the Lions. So, I'm excited to watch this game. I'm excited to see what Lions can do. I'm excited to see what Darrell Bevell can pull out. But, at the end of the day, just go out and enjoy some football. Because,
speak easy, man. What's your final thoughts, man?
Y'all just keep cool. Stay safe. Obviously, root for the Lions. You got to watch the game. We do have a chance. Root for our Lions this weekend. But don't get your hopes up too. No, go ahead, root for the Lions, man. We can do it. It's a divisional game. I'm gonna be talking crazy. Root for the Lions and stay away from that Cephas, y'all. Don't catch that shit.
Bro, no, Cephas. I need y'all to catch that because Cephas need to be careful. But Rage MK, man, thanks for joining us towards the end. The resident Packers fan, But what's good, Rage, man? What's your final thoughts, bro?
Body yada 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 yada. I'm messing with you. No, I'm playing. No, man. Look, hey man, appreciate y'all having me on. It's always a good time with you boys. I'm hoping for a good game because divisional games are always good games. I never can really call them. So hopefully Devontae, go off because I got a bet on this. That's the only reason why I want y'all to lose. No disrespect. So appreciate y'all.
Well, if you wouldn't want us to lose without the bet, then thank you for that.
Right.
But
thank you for that unnecessary, unorganized compliment.
Right. I'm like, oh, okay. The money on the line is why you ain't root for us. Okay. But shout out to all the Lions fans that stopped by today. And make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to my man Jim reaching 1,000 subs. My man Pistons Talk reaching 1,000 subs. Hey. We all growing out here, man. But all I gotta say is pay Kenny Golladay because we about to lose this week without him. And I just want to say, Daryl Bevell, if you want to impress me, go out and beat the Packers. But I think regardless of that, like I say always, enjoy the game. It's going to be a competitive game. And don't cut the game off because I have a lot of people that told me, yeah, I cut that off. I'm like, yeah, hey, you can't cut the game off until we down by like 45, then it's a lot. Like, I'm serious, bro. We've come back in some games. We know who that man Stafford is. So until you see that happen, don't cut the game off. It's definitely going to be a competitive game. I don't think we'll get blown out, but who knows what will happen in that. But it's all good. Shout out to all of the people in the chat, and we'll just see what happens. But I do want to say, if we do beat the Packers, I'm giving all the credit to Sheila because she fired Patricia before the season was truly over. But anyway, Luke, man, what's your final thoughts, bro?
First of all, let me just thank everybody for coming into the chat, rocking with us, old timer. Dave, Packer fan, even Dr. Detroit, even though he has different views, I appreciate the energy and stuff he come on. Hopefully I can get him on the show. But the biggest thing I want to give to is Rage, because Rage is getting ready to get deployed. And anytime I hear about somebody who is serving this country so we can sit up here and enjoy this liberty of talking sports and video games, I always want to salute to them. So to you, sir, I appreciate it. Today.
Thank you.
Don't start that crown on me, man. Don't you go soft for me. Don't you go soft for me.
I'm playing.
Hey, Ray, man, we might have to put you back on the island like that, man.
hey, if the Lions win Sunday, we gotta run that soundbite back. I'm my man crying.
Right. Today's positive quote comes from one Mr. Eric Thomas. If you don't know who he is a motivational speaker who has done very well for himself, speaking to a bunch of different people. They call him the hip-hop motivational speaker and preacher and stuff like that. And the positive quote is you spend every single day ready to fight the very first person who jumps up in your face and challenges you, but you won't fight yourself. Damn, that hit me like a ton of bricks.
That's because I'll be falling out the bed.
Man, right?
I'm asleep. I'll be fighting the floor. I don't know what he's talking about.
So here's what Mr. Eric Thomas says. Eric Thomas says that every time you think that you ain't got it, you sit there ready to fight the very first thing that comes in your face, but you won't fight your laziness. You won't fight your lack of discipline. You won't fight for your chance to live or for your chance to love. All these things you won't fight for. When he said this, people, I thought to myself, how crazy could this be? Because he's right. We spend time fighting on all the wrong things, but when the right things come about, we just are not game to throw a blow. The time has come today, people, for you to start to fight. That means that whatever that you have decided is not as important today, that you can do it for tomorrow, then that means that your fighting drive has died, and you need to figure out where it went. You need to figure out how to get it back, how to rejuvenate it, and actually fight to get the win. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you subscribe to all the members. Shout out to my man J-Mo because he's getting closer to 2K. Shout out to my man's Lions on the Proud Jim over there, and Kurt and Tim and Valerie and all of them over there doing their thing, hitting 1,000. Pistons Talk to 1,000, and everybody else that's growing. Shout out to all the new Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons, Red Wings, and hockey YouTubers. And shout out to all of you for coming into the building to have some fun, whether we agree or disagree. It was still fun. And as always, hit that like, subscribe button. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We all right.
Brian Richards, I just had to say this. If we giving y'all Galladay, I need Marlon Humphrey and all y'all linebackers. But with that, we out.